Hello, 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 everybody. Can you hear me properly? Hopefully, you can hear me. Well, this time around, I'm doing something different. I was kind of getting frustrated that I wasn't getting the results visually that I would like. So, hello. I'm wondering, give me a second because this should show up here and doesn't seem to be. Uh-huh. Wait. Wait a minute. Uh-huh. That should work. Huh. Well, hopefully you can hear me. You can. There you go. So that should be working. Let's see about this. Right here. Na, 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 na. Da, 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 na, na, na. The only thing I don't like is that I don't have the glow in the dark color for this, but I'm going to try to use watercolor today, so we'll see how that turns out. So mixed media then. Uh, I'm really scratching my head as to why why is this not showing up? That message should have showed up and it doesn't seem to do it. Why? Oh, this is weird. There you go. That one showed up. Maybe it was something I didn't do. Here is. I'm sorry if I start like dealing with my nose. Is that here is getting really cold and well, there's a lot of temperature changes from the outside to the inside. Alright. I'm debating about what to draw. And these are like full on watercolor paper pages. So I don't want to waste them either, but we'll see. There's a lot of people that transfer once you draw something, they transfer that to the final format. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Do I want to do that? It's alright. Not today. Not today. Alright. I was thinking of drawing another mech. A random mech. audio. Come on. Does it sound? Can you guys hear me? Okay. So it decided to just mess with me. Cool. Alright. Anyway, it started telling me that couldn't detect any sound. So I don't know what that's about. You might not see what I'm doing right now, but you're gonna see it. So I just remember, I think it was Millhouse in The Simpsons. Like one time he lost his glasses and started, "Oh, little doggy." I was like, I don't remember if it was a wolf or a, a croc or something random like that. I don't remember what it was, but I do remember the scene. It was really funny. I'll change this a little bit. Did I move my erasers? Of course I did. Oh, I have one here. Hello. How are you? Good morning. Well, here is 9:30 p.m. But likewise. I'm still figuring it out, but kind of a mech with a capybara. I don't know what that is. Where's my... Give me a second so I can find my keyboard. What's this random thing here? Go away. Okay. From Naruto? Is that from Naruto? Hmm. I'll keep it in mind for future drawings. Every now and then people request a character or something like that. Give me a second. I have to move this away. Wondering how do I want to do this? That could be good. I had an idea for the story or the world to kind of make it possible that something like this could be. So maybe this robot could be taking care of this sort of I don't want to say garden, but like a protected area or something. Kind of like this ark or this reservoir. This one with a bunch of species. Which probably I haven't seen the film, but there's a movie that might have something like this on it, but what I'm talking about is really specific. Yeah, people join and they they leave. They come and go. Uh, I don't remember. I don't remember that name. Glad you could join. Appreciate you for joining. The ones on you on TikTok, you can also ask a question or say hi or whatever. It should appear on the screen. Thank you, appreciate it. I try to do the best I can, you know. so so far, uh, I made some progress, but not as much as I would like. Having said this, I'm not one to give up. I'm just gonna continue making my stuff, and we'll see. Kind of like this little guy. Kind of funny. I really don't know if you can see what I'm doing, which would be really funny, but yeah, it's just change that. You can sort of see it, sort of. I'm not gonna try to mess with it because then I risk messing up the video. I've been there, done that. What? W? What do you mean? No, I'm not gonna show that. I just show what you can see here. Yeah. It's a sloppy mess. Exactly. Just a freaking mess of a desk. That's a good description for it. It's just a bunch of art supplies on top of my desk and random stuff. Like I was trying to use this. Uh, this is an extender for the pencil. It came with a set that I bought, but actually this eraser works better than that. It's a cheap one, but I guess it could work depending on the what you buy, I guess. Like if the pencil is a little bit different. Uh, I'm wondering what I should do for the background. Like craters. Yeah, but if it's my thought is if this is supposed to be like a reservoir, like imagine this sort of bunker of sorts, or it's hard to describe what I'm thinking. And just pause this for a second. Just grab a paper. Oh, grab a paper. Like I have the easiest way of showing you what I mean. That's exactly why I bought this. So, so my thought is, if this is some sort of reservation, it could be like, what the fudge? Disactivated randomly. Freaks me out every time it does it. My wife headphones now activate randomly and they freak me out because there's a voice that comes out of them. It's like, what was that? Anyway, um, uh-huh. So let's say you have the CD all destroyed or super messy and stuff, but for some reason uh, we were able to. There's actually a movie about this. uh, um, but it's with aliens. Bye. See you. Have a good day. Alright, so yeah, this seems too random. But imagine like an orb where it has like a bunch of little capsules. This is like a cut of what I'm talking about. Different capsules. And like you could only enter if the robot lets you in. It's like controlled and stuff. And it has a bunch of creatures in it. So let's say like the robots there. Yeah, this is super random, but I thought of that. Maybe it would make sense if it's under, uh, like beneath Earth. Like the buildings are here. Like a mad scientist knew that this was gonna happen and he built this. I actually have like a mad scientist on the idea he made. So he had like, I don't know, it has all the stuff it needs there. Water, refrigeration, and meanwhile people are living their lives without knowing that that is there. An ark, yeah, sort of like an ark, but that's too that's too religious. It's just like well, I guess yeah, the ark is the easiest reference. Mm, I mean, there's some people that actually know that that thing is there. Could be. I just tell you, I just made all of that up. What I thought of before was something similar to that, and yeah, I do have like a mad scientist that I was trying to help the story with, I guess, or it was part of the story. Okay, so this little fella right here is in one of those enclosures. How much time have I? So I don't know, maybe it could be like, I don't know if I'm going to add anything there, but let's say kind of like Severance offices mixed with post-apocalyptic uh, and also I guess it has some Ghibli in it if I think about it. I'm thinking of making a video about Ghibli. Um, well, Hayao Miyazaki. I don't know if I'm going to do Ghibli. Dystopian creature sanctuary. Yeah, yeah. There's in Spanish is a bad word, but the movie. I'm not going to say the actual name, but the flying castle, or the castle in the sky. That film has this robots that take care of this garden in the middle of the air, which is kind of interesting. Yeah. I wonder if I want to start with watercolor. You usually want to start with the lighter colors. That's usually what you do. You don't want to start with the blacks, the darker tones, because um then, like, if you go too fast to the saturation, then like you cannot go back. It's additive. So unless, I guess, if you use acrylic, you can, but I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Just use. I was gonna go look for water, but because I have this, just gonna use this bad boy here. Yes. Hmm. Hopefully this is clean. Maybe it isn't. That's the story of my life. What is that? Oh, it's like a bunch of random stuff stuck to it. Oh my god. Anyway. Hmm. I don't know if I'm gonna get the result I want, but I'm trying. I'm trying. The current reality that we live in, it's not really encouraging for artists unless you're like super successful already, and even then you're dealing with some of the same stuff that we all are, um, to some level. But I am trying. I think I'm cool with that. I don't have anything to clean this with. What you mean? That you're dealing with a bunch of stuff as artists? Yeah, I think we all are. This freaking. I was talking on yesterday's stream. I don't know if you heard me uh, talk about this. I was like, oh, they got me with this, and I made a video about it, or a clip from the stream, and because the idea is really good. That's what gets me. And if that concept is good enough, that brought brought me in. So it's probably like now it must be like at a million or something on YouTube. It's already a half a million in TikTok. It's I was gonna say again Yeti, but it's not Yeti. It's Bigfoot blogs. So it's this this random account started making videos of a Yeti, of a Bigfoot, making blogs in the woods, and they're funny. They really are funny. So, or to me, they're funny. It just reminds me of Harry and the Hendersons, which I was talking about with my wife, and she'd never seen it. She has never seen that show. It's like, really, you haven't seen that? That show's so good. I mess it up. Darn it. I need more water. This is me being a dummy thinking that I could do it uh, without paper. Oh, Harry and the Hendersons was so good. And the movie, I to show my wife, I looked at like a clip from the movie. That movie is genius. It's freaking genius. The the character is so good, and it was so impressive at the time. Like so lifelike of an animatronic. Of course, it was a dude dressed up. What gave me the idea to try this again is that I saw this really good artist on Reddit posting his sketches. Well, I to me those are not sketches; those are illustrations. You can easily sell those um, of characters. It's like, yeah, that makes sense to use watercolor, and actually, like going back to Miyazaki, he used watercolor often because it allows you to work out volumes fairly uh, fast with just a few brush strokes. And I'm actually being a little bit timid here, but um, because I'm thinking about leaving some white areas because of what I've been doing for quite some time. Just keeping it to I was gonna say restraint. What's the word when you use really few colors? Constraint palette. What would be the translation? Reduce palette. Limited. Limited palette, I think. Um, yeah, it's basically just when you use few colors or one color. Well, a few colors. I think it's limited palette. I don't remember, but it does have a name. I do have another. Where's the fine liner? I have a fine liner, but it's probably lost in translation. Where are you? Yeah. I usually mess those up fast. Where are you? Probably here. Such a messy desk. Oh my god. They usually tell me that, oh, the way your desk is, the way your mind is. I guess you could say that. But it also. Here's the thing. When I start clearing out my desk, like from art supplies, then I don't know. I need some mess. I'm not talking like, oh, it has to be like this a full disaster. No, I mean that I need a certain level of a mess. To each their own, as they say. I'm gonna have to clean this up. Anyway, come on, my friend, you can do it. Can use this. I think I got myself into. I paint myself into a corner. And now, maybe I'll use. Need a mid-size. I guess I can use this guy right here. Too light. Actually, you don't want to use black when it comes to watercolor, but at least that's what they tell you. You can use whatever you want, but when they teach you, they want to teach you to be able to mix colors and have this sort of nice mix of palettes, and part of the whole point of using this technique is to play around with color fairly easy. And even though you can move the layers that you did before, um, it's still additive, so you have to keep in mind what you're doing. Uh, I don't know. I wonder what it would be to become an artist when I was actually growing up rather than when I was able to do it. Um, because with all this AI nonsense, I don't know. It, like I've seen, like, when I get on LinkedIn, there's so many artists that I know are senior, uh, kind of saying, "Oh, it's really grim." Like, dude, like, if you are saying that, well, luckily, not not my mentors. They haven't spoken like that. Some of them kind of react to certain things every now and then, but like, if you guys have already made a career in the business are saying that, what is left to all the people that are new to this whole thing? Like, and it it really doesn't make sense. Like, the actual stuff that people want to do is art, and music, and writing, and that sort of thing. There's certain people that want to be like, um, uh, doing math and that sort of thing, but that's not the bulk of people. That's the minority, and even then, those, like, math computers can make math like no other. Of course, they have to, like, you have to program them, but now with AI, I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird what is going on. But meanwhile, I'm making this robot taking care of capybaras in the middle of an arc. Wonder if I should break the rules for this. Just keep going with what I have. One hour, 1 minute. Well, all things considered, I think not too bad. The other good thing is that you can actually combine different techniques into this. We're at an hour, 3 minutes. I should actually let this dry a bit. Because if I do what I want to do right now, I'm going to mess this up probably. I could do this area, just for the sake the stream, and then if I want, I'll get into other things. Okay. Give me a second before I do that. Let me just take my little friend here. Maybe, just maybe. Yeah. That way I don't contaminate the marker, which has already happened to me. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Kind of like that. I look to see if I can shout out the artist that reminded me that this existed. Uh, but yeah, creative process is a search. Yeah, that's what this needed. Likewise, I might end the stream. Actually, when you mentioned it, 1 hour 8 minutes. So this is way better. Yes, this feels way nicer than what I expected. So refreshing. So refreshing. Yeah, I think I found something that I didn't fully know was gone. I was searching for. Alright, I'll finish this probably off camera. Yes, I like how this is looking. Yes, I like it. Okay, so thank you all for watching. I hope to see you next time. I'll be ending the stream. Let's see if I can find my music. Nobody wrote anything. Oh, wait. Sorry, I didn't see your message. Hola, Radiance. I'm sorry I didn't see your message. I'm going to reply. It doesn't. Anyway. I'm sorry, man. Well, I answered with an emoji. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope to see you next time. Today's Tuesday. I'm kind of tired. Let me find my music. Until next time.